Negate about to drop here. Feathers the clutch out there, Villopoto, and gets squeezed going down the start straight. And again gets nudged more than he was in moto number 1. But Max Nagel, once again, foxhole shot for him. Paulhan second, DeSalle round the outside in third. Picking off positions here. And this is the kind of thing that we want to see. A decent start for the American. And Cairoli hasn't pulled a necessarily decent start. Chef, Bengtson, Waters, Coldenhoff, Searle in 17th. Down there need to say, don't rush it and it will come to you. And here he is in 7th. He has the time now. He's got 26 minutes.
His experience and his wins and his championship form might be nervous or, you know, suffering from the jitters, but the evidence would indicate so.
28. Tommy will be sort of 26, 27 later on this year in May, won't he? So
yeah, Simpson's 26.
Similar age. Ryan Villopoto. Nagel has come to the top, and Paulhan has shown, and DeSalle and Cairoli has shown that actually he can have an off day. But Fevre really challenging Ryan Villopoto.
Up. Nagel's obviously the runaway leader of not only the Moto but the Grand Prix at the moment. So his goal was to finish on the podium this weekend, and he might need to pass.
On DeSalle, but he's closed right in.
And really nice.
Nice move. He worked that well, and every team. And this is the reason why someone like Kimi Räikkönen sets a team up, isn't it, to go motocross racing. He's passionate about the sport. He's older and a bit more fragile than Bobryshev.
Was last time he won overall
year.
Brazil.
Takes the checkered flag here and is victorious in Qatar at the opening round of MXGP 2015.
Race 1 about to get underway. A great start, a great jump from the Suzuki and the number 2 of Ryan Villopoto, but he has to get on the brakes. So takes the lead. There's Villopoto and Rattray, his teammate then, the two. This time he's in front. So Villopoto takes an early lead then in MXGP race. Lost 7. Philippart's 8. Simpson, sorry, okay, we'll see exactly how big that gap is. He was electrifyingly fast through the waves section, tripling through there, doubling the last. He's over the line now, and here he is. Oh, not quite getting over there as clean as he was yesterday. DeSalle, though, that's how it was in the qualifying race yesterday. Coming from Tyler Rattray, looked like he got pitched in a similar way, not... Oh! Crash for Gauthier Paulhan, and more importantly, how Strybos avoided a possible connect there as DeSalle wide, and Villopoto, who was already committed to the outside, leapfrogged the pair of them, and by this corner here, turn 3, hitting everything perfect, neatly over the combo. This is where he was fast yesterday. There he ups and overs there, nice. Hitting the monster energy finish line jump just here. Oh, getting a wicked kick on the downside there. But 1:42.09. There was only 1/10 in it, but he decimated the field in qualifying yesterday, did Ryan Villopoto, putting in a 1:36 or so lap time, pretty much what he'd been banging in. So Monster Energy Kawasaki will cross the line in relaxed fashion, and he will take his first ever MX Grand Prix race win, and he wins here in Thailand. We're getting ready to go racing here, MXGP race 2, and it's another good jump for Villopoto again, bar to bar. See how he utilised that extra piece of track, but he gets squeezed to the inside alongside Van Horbik. So we've got Cairoli leading the way, DeSalle there in second. Third is Ferris through. That comes from his Supercross background, of course. But Tony Cairoli, who went down in the first race, in the qualifying race yesterday, and was happy to finish in 9th. Few laps here, that's for sure. Well, Villopoto already on the back of his teammate Rattray there. Already found a way past the number 17 on the... Looking to the inside, he goes for double single, and Ferris not going to let him have it all his own way. Down in the wave section, yes he did, and he picks up another position. So right now then, after one official lap, fastest man on track, Tony Cairoli, through that wave section. Van Horbik equal to the challenge there, though. Ooh, heavy landing there from Villopoto. No, goes the long way round. So Van Horbik doing a good job of holding off Villopoto, but a mistake there, and they'll crest the hill, and already there he goes. He goes up into 3rd place then. He was the fastest man on track as well by half a second between them. Here's 5.4 seconds. Cairoli sets the fastest lap of the race this time, a 1:38.2. It was a 30. What are your thoughts?
But by the same token, Paul, how many times have we seen Tony Cairoli whole shot on escape in a moto? I mean, Max Nagel did it perfectly at round 1 in Qatar.
We'll do all the podium connotations in just a moment, but that's the gap. All first 3 riders in the same piece as Trey. Looking at this performance from Cairoli, obviously we know what he can do, we know what DeSalle can do, and we certainly know what Ryan Villopoto is able to do. But in the qualifying race yesterday,
but, you know, didn't take the podium, and now looking set perhaps for third overall. I was thinking yesterday it'd be strange not to see Tony Cairoli on the podium at the first 2 rounds.
Last week, and looking at 2 seconds this week. But that's why we will potentially see him with the championship leader's red plate going into Argentina in 3 weeks' time.
Down in 14th. Quite some distance behind Glenn Coldenhoff in 13th. There's DeSalle.
Through the waves, takes the checkered flag, and Tony Cairoli wins race 2. That'll be good enough for third overall in the MXGP of Thailand. Third, and that will be good enough for the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider Ryan Villopoto to win the MX Grand Prix of Thailand.
And Villopoto getting squeezed, but he keeps it in there. He comes out pretty good as well in around 4th place. Gone backwards again. Van Hoorbeek has gone through as well. So Villopoto to the inside, looks at picking up a couple of positions, doesn't get the rhythm on DeSalle. So DeSalle, your race leader here, number 25, 222. Cairoli in 2nd. 3rd is Simpson. Barbashev for Belgian aside. Hard charging from Villopoto. Oh, and how close was that as they swatch lines as well. 25-7 of DeSalle and Cairoli in front of the main crowded area here through the waves. Villopoto going after Simpson. Doesn't quite get it done, but gets good drive coming out of that turn. And Villopoto finds a way past Simpson, but Simpson holds the right-hand line in the next turn. And number 24, whoa, the back end getting a little bit loose there from the Kawasaki, but then this time he gets the power down and takes the next right-hander. Oh, and he makes a mistake, and Van Hoorbeek looking to find a way back through. Nagel is 8th, Boutron 9, Charlier is 10th, and Villopoto is through to 3rd. KTM back in front, and he does so. So Simpson not giving up here, but Villopoto was fast through here all weekend. The right-hander before the rhythm section. Got himself back into out. Well, I think he stopped short there of taking out the number 2, Ryan Villopoto. Might have seen it coming a little bit there as well, and confident at the head of the field. Well, he would be. He's 3.7 seconds clear of this guy, the Sicilian, Tony Cairoli. Villopoto now, though, has clear track around him because he's 2 seconds down on Cairoli. Oh, and who was that? Was that Clement DeSalle, number 25. Cairoli all over the back of him as they go around the back marker. So this gap is not going to be 2.1 seconds anymore. There in red on the yellow Suzuki. Cairoli behind him on the orange KTM, about 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds further back is Villopoto. Here now, the elbows out for the 25, the race leader and championship leader. Cairoli round the outside, makes it look oh so easy. Got the smoother line. Will he take the line away? Yes, he does. Cairoli has to take avoiding action. Just under it. Gone to about 3 seconds now. And Cairoli there split by 1.3 seconds. That's been a good lap for Cairoli. But Cairoli is right there waiting in the wings. How many times did obviously let him through, but what has Cairoli got? He also knows that nice line around the outside there. A little bit of the heat getting to him, I guess, but see here at the moment, right where he needs to be. 3rd place, and there's absolutely nothing in it between him and Cairoli, who goes from one side of the track to the other. He's getting his head down. He wants the 25 points. Focus starting to come into play as well, but DeSalle will know that Cairoli's there. The crowd are on their feet. They're making all kinds of noise out there in what is a grand Villopoto. In that very corner, that's about as close as they were. So it's down to Cairoli now. Came over the line, but you can see it's not. Oh, Cairoli's gone down. Cairoli's down. And that's it. He up into the, crest. He just, a horrible moment for Cairoli. He goes down hard. Sal, he's going to pick up the 25 points in his first race win of the year for Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Wow, what a finish to that first MXGP race. Photo for Monster Energy Kawasaki will have to settle for 4th. And away we go. And down into turn 1, Max Nagel in 11th place at the moment, but expect him to work his magic. Here he is already coming around the outside on the entry to the wave section. But just banging bars, we've got a rider off the side of the track. I think that might be one of the locals. And we've got a rider down coming out of this right-hander as he comes through, but there's DeSalle, there's Cairoli. 3rd is Nagel, 4th is Van Hoorbeek, 5th is Coldenhoff of this second MXGP race. And round the outside, not looking to follow. Ryan Villopoto as he goes after the Suzuki of Coldenhoff to emerge back into sight, and you see how the riders are crisscrossing. It is the most open track we've had this year so far. Square it back. Well, Cairoli knows he's there. Oh, easy in the end for the German.
That's exactly how Nagel passed Villopoto on a different part.
Didn't look like he was up for the fight in the second half of the qualifying race yesterday, but whatever he's had for breakfast this morning and subsequently lunch.
Areas they're losing when it comes to sort of, or perhaps the quicker bits and the straights to coming out of the turn.
But then you look at the contrasting riding styles. Someone like Commander Sal,
It kind of moves around a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty slippery. And we've seen riders are struggling with traction throughout the weekend.
And again did it. He was 20 seconds adrift at the end of the first race. But as Casey Stoner said, who's obviously here as a friend of Ryan Villopoto's, as they work their way behind us here, and as DeSalle comes over the finish line now, in fact, all four will be, the last one will be heading over the finish line jump. So from Villopoto's perspective, he's got everybody where he needs them. The same works for Ryan Villopoto. He would have come into today with more confidence had he had action in MXGP this weekend. And look at the line there from Max Nagel, and he's muscling his way down the inside, but DeSalle will not be moved. So squeaky bum time then for DeSalle, and Nagel is going to find a way through. DeSalle might be better, you know, just and have it, but not in his nature. Went up the inside, tried to push side yesterday, more now on the right hand side, so just an indication of how the track has changed throughout the course of the weekend. But Max Nagel is outside of the top 10 and he worked his way up into third place. Just a shame that DeSalle and Cairoli were pretty much, well, they weren't already gone, were they? And he's got to be careful here because Cairoli looks to be closing in. I know we said it's only 4.7, but right where he would be on 45, so that is how close it would be if Cairoli finds a way through now. And there's no saying that in the remainder of this race, and this is exactly what DeSalle did in race one. Cairoli knew it, and he said, if I'm getting, he's probably saying to himself, if I
did around the outside, took the position, and had a little look behind on the jump as well, so to say, well, okay, that's mine.
It'd be interesting to see as well what you know, saving themselves for race day, and he sort of said, well, there's still things I have to learn, you know, this whole two-day racing thing. So it was a lot less because it was 20 seconds off the pace, wasn't he, in the first one? He's right there challenging in this second one. So maybe they've made changes, yes. So it's definitely not. Villopoto certainly looking interested on this final lap here, all over the back of the 25. This is another dramatic finale here in Argentina.
Villopoto's getting pitched out again, breaking into that corner, Paul.
Nagel wins race 2. He wins the Grand Prix as well. That's 2 out of 3 now for the German. Game on in the championship.
He'll be looking to make a decent start here. Does he get one? He'll get squeezed to the outside, or will he? Well, he goes to the bank, comes out in 4th place. Very, very lucky to get away with that, but it's Cairoli who leads.
Cairoli leading in Italy, eh? This is going to an 8-time world champion, that's for sure. And yeah, it'll be interesting, no doubt. I mean, that mistake's going to be costly for RV. You know, we
over at the Husqvarna team presentation yesterday, and Max Nagel wasn't too fussed about his 6th or 7th or 8th or whatever it was in qualifying yesterday because he knows today.
Not we see riders being pushed right up into that outside bank there. So yeah, he's done a good job of that, and he's smoother.
I was stood there in one of the 125 races. Yeah, Villopoto just getting over it. But how much is he going out of his way to get that now? Because
he's not. He's taking the same line on. You know, we've seen, but there's a difference this year. There's not just, you know, one guy, or he doesn't have that same confidence or dominant, and then he's wheeling the third one and then skipping out over the rest of them.
Because yesterday it was double, then triple double, wasn't it?
Well, actually,
Paul not making any inroads at the moment, but Ben Townley, 23.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. This track is going to dry out. It's going to.
That was the place, and yeah, he just didn't fire, did he?
No.
You know, it was that type of sort of flowing.
That might have been the case. You know, it might have been that he was just riding better. Might have been just the track conditions. We don't know, do we? 2-day event, you get 1 free practice session and 1 qualifying race, and that's it. There's only the 3 groups, MXGP, MX2 and MX Open, where you would sit there and say, okay, Cairoli now starting to come on a track from Max Nagel, but it would be a free practice and time training and just the odd lap. But nicely done there, and I were talking, and he looks now with 15.5 minutes to go. Looks like he's definitely interested in taking it to Cairoli, just like he did in Argentina, and gauge it like we can here from the, you know, from the booth. That actually, you know, that wheeling down into the left-hander behind the...
For quite a number of years, you know, so, you know, for him, you know, that's another element that's different. So there's, you know, there's so many elements. He wasn't able to do it that lap. Oh, he did still make it, but not as clean.
And DeSalle followed him.
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah, Nassau did exactly the same. He just
loam a little bit. And this developed on the outside again. You know, they did a lot of work here. Actually, it was about one of the only pieces that they worked on. Other than
fans know he's there. And there's Villopoto. He has not gone anywhere, folks. He is right back in it, and he's looking at knocking on the door for race line here, where you have to make the other guys, if they're going to pass you, make them go the long way round.
Yeah, well, you know,
yeah, 5 laps maybe.
RV's still in it, isn't he?
He's not going away and dropping in, carrying that momentum into the outside line, but just buries the rear wheels in that berm a little bit.
Right here. Oh. He's going to wheelie to the outside here. Yep. And he'll slingshot back to the inside.
He's going to go wide and try and square off. Cairoli knows his air is going to go to the inside and around the outside.
Fireworks.
Great move. There, nowhere. DeSalle goes through to third.
Oh, look at this.
He's going to respond. Listen to the crowd there on their feet.
And, he has a cool head and is able to control it.
But MXGP, we were talking about it before the start of the season. A lot of people were
going to do it, though.
Cairoli knows he's there. He's got the radar on. He took a look.
Yeah.
He might run it up the inside of him this third. Villopoto lost a lot of ground immediately, and he's had to work so hard to get back onto the rear wheel of that rock slide. Squares him off.
Boy, he needs to.
He's going to go around the outside here.
You know, he needs to create some fireworks. Like, you want to make the pass, and you've got to be there. You got to be ready.
You know what? If he's close enough, he knows that's his final lap. If he's right back, so this is going down to that final half a lap here.
Last lap. I really think it's too slow there. This lap, I'd say. Yeah.
Back markers ahead of Cairoli.
You have to hand it to Antonio Cairoli. You know, he's come out. He's taken the whole shot. At his home race at a track.
Is it Nagel or DeSalle? Nagel comes over the line in second. DeSalle third, and he is mad as well. Ryan Villopoto, he hangs on for 4th position. At the top of the hill, DeSalle looking for a move down the inside as Bertuzzo gets out of the way, or tries to. Couldn't go. So 9 laps complete. Nagel 12.5 seconds clear of Cairoli, and Villopoto and DeSalle. So almost doing a Cairoli, just sort of like regrouping and having another bite of the cherry.
Stake somewhere. Todd Waters back up to 7th.
Oh, hard down. Villopoto responds and takes him up the bank. Yeah, he's going to go straight. He's not thinking about turning right, is he? Great display of action here from DeSalle. He will know something's going on behind him. DeSalle looking to go through here as well at the bottom. Into this left-hander. Will he get the power down on that Suzuki at the end of the straight? Oh! No. It did a touch. Wheeled all the way across, and he is down. He's hurt.